Hi guys, it's Shatkim here and I'm back with another video. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Myself, I'm doing good, and above it all, I'm healthy. That's the most important thing at this particular moment. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. As I said, I'm Shatkim, and if you are already my YouTube member, I appreciate every one of you. I say a huge thank you for finding time to be with me or to watch these videos, which I do upload every week. I do not take this for granted, guys, that you do, put everything aside, just sit down, take your precious time to watch my YouTube channel videos. I do not take this for granted. I appreciate every one of you, and I say a huge thank you. So last time I uploaded a video where I was talking about the challenges we do face here in Germany as Black people. So in case you haven't watched that video, please make sure you do so. Go watch that video, give it a thumbs up, comment, tell us about how it is where you are in case you are not living in your country. Tell us the challenges which you're going through, and most of it all, tell us about how to overcome those challenges. In this video, I'm going to talk about things which you need to know in case you are planning to come to Germany. So what are those things which you need to know for you to have a smooth start living here in Germany? One of those things which you need to know, and that is number one, is registration. If you're coming to stay here, you have 2 weeks time to register yourself, and it is a must. Everyone who is living in this country is registered. They need to know where you are living. You need to have an address where you go to a local government and register yourself. Failure to do that, that means then you are in this country illegal, and you can get punished for that. So number two, if you need to work, or if you work, if you came here to work, or you are here and you want to work, you need to have a working permit. No one is allowed to go and work without it. If you don't have a working permit, even no one will give you a job. And in case you do any funny job and you do not have a working permit and you get caught, the person who gave you this work plus you are going to be subjected to punishment. Okay. Number three is insurance. You need to be insured, and this is health insurance. So whether you are working or not, and if you're working, you come here and you start working, your boss pays half and you pay half. And in case you're not working at all, the government do take care of that. Number four is deposit. If you get yourself an apartment here in Germany, you need to have that extra money 2 times or 3 times the rent or the amount of rent you're going to pay as a deposit. You have to deposit some amount of money for you to get this house, but once you want to get out of this house, you will get your money back. Number five is recycling. Germans, they recycle almost everything. So you are there with your dustbins, you have to separate everything. You don't put everything in the same dustbin. This is punishable, and it's very serious in some parts of Germany where they do take care of everything. So anytime, look where you are, and you can even get a book where it is written what to put in which dustbin. Number six, and this is now in the government constitution of this country, you are allowed to make noise up to 10 at night. Past 10 at night, you need to be very mindful of everything you are doing. This is because your neighbors might end up calling police for you because you are too loud. You need to minimize your noises in your house. Make sure that your music is not that loud, especially if you are living near old people. If you're living near old Germans, your neighbors are old Germans, they might call police for you. Past 10, everything has to go down. And we Black people, we like keeping it alive, and sometimes even taking our calls, we are so loud. Yes, that one, you need to be mindful of that. Number seven, cigarettes and alcohol. Cigarettes and alcohol is not allowed under age here. If you are an underage person, I remember back in Africa, my dad used to send me to go and buy cigarettes for him. Here, If you are an underage person or if you have a child, you cannot send that child to go and buy you cigarettes or to go and buy you alcohol. It's not possible. You better go buy it yourself, but don't send your child to go and buy it for you. Number 8, appointment. In case you need anything in any office, make sure you call and make an appointment for you to go and get the services you want. And it is also very important for you to keep time. If you get an appointment at 10, make sure that you are there 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. They do not entertain lateness. You need to be there on time. Number 9 is a driving license. Guys, these are free advice which I'm giving you. In case you're planning to come to this country, please get a driving license, an international one, from the country you are in. Here in Germany, to get a driving license, it's very, very expensive. Let me talk about myself. I spent 3,250 euros to get a driving license. Yes, that's how expensive it was. So if I knew back when I was in Kenya, I could have done my driving there, come here. Maybe I could not have spent this much. So if you're planning to come here, get an international driving license. When you are here, you are going, it's going to be easy for you. Even if you're going to go back to driving school, it's not going to take much time and you're going to save a lot of money. Something else, once you come here and you are driving, mind your speed. Do not overspeed. If you overspeed to a certain angle, you are going to lose your driving license. Yeah, it's very, very, very easy to lose a driving license. Number 10, having talked about driving license, in case you are here and you do not know how to navigate, how to move from one place to another, there is this very important app which you need. It's called a DB app. It stands for Deutsche Bahn. This is for trains, for underground trains and for buses, any public transport. That is what they use. So in case you need to move from one place to another, you need this app. It's very helpful because it has everything you need. It has all information you need. It has even the time when the train is going to move from which place to where, even at which lane, how much is going to cost you, the connection you need, which train or which bus you need to take to go where you want to. So it helps you, to move from one place to another. And I can say that it's cheap. Number 12, something you need to know is that it's not every shop here in Germany, they do take credit card or MasterCard. Some of the shop, they require you to pay cash. So it's good to have some cash in your pocket because it's not everywhere they'll take your card. Especially if you're buying something which is costing less than 10 euro, most of the shops will ask you to pay cash. Number 13, do you like pets, dogs and cats and all those things? If you have one, you need to register. It has to be registered. Germans, they do not accept anyone to have any type of a pet in the house which is not registered. You have to register that. Number 14, it's about contracts. I talked about this the previous video, that everything in this country is about contracts. So if you sign any contracts, you need to end this contract 3 months before the actual time. So if you have a 2 years contract, you have to make sure that before this 2 years ends or 3 months to time, you have to make sure that you terminate this contract. If it is not the case, this contract is going to renew itself automatically. You are going to get the service you were getting before, even if you do not need it, and you have to pay for it simply because you did not terminate your contract. Number 15 is about a mobile phone. I know when you're planning to come here, when you are here, you need to call back home. You need to keep in touch with your people back home. So let me warn you about this. If your phone or the phone you're using is a contract phone, what I'm saying is this, that you bought this phone under a contract where you have internet and you have 3 minutes to call. So these 3 minutes which you have to call, they are just within Europe. If you call in Africa using this phone, my friend, you are going to get yourself into trouble of getting a very huge bill to pay. Myself, I did this mistake. Yeah, when I came here, I got a phone, which was a contract phone. I never knew that I'm just allowed to call within Europe, not outside Europe. So what I did, I called my parents using this phone. I didn't talk for long. I think we talked for almost 10 minutes. And at the end of the month, I got almost 200 euro bill, which I had to pay. So I had to pay the 25 euros, which I was paying every month, because this was a contract phone. And on top of that, I paid 200 and something euro because I called Kenya using this phone. So if you have a contract phone, don't use this one to call Kenya. Okay, for me, what I use when I want to call or when I want to communicate with my people back home, I have a second phone, which I have another line, which is called Leica. That's what I use. Hey, I was not paid by Leica to advertise them. I have to make this one clear. I was not paid to do this. I'm not advertising Leica, but that is what I use. And it's cheaper for me, it's easier for me, but then I have a separate phone for it where I can call Africa anytime I want. So don't make a mistake of using your phone to call to Africa. It's going to be very expensive for you. Number 16 is about paperwork. I think I've talked this several times, but I'm going to talk about it again, because here in Germany, they believe on papers. Papers, papers, papers. And most important, don't throw those papers away. You need them. They will ask you for this paper 5 years to come. They'll ask you about those papers. So put them together, okay? Number 17, shopping, yes. Shops are open from Monday to Saturday. If you need to go to a supermarket to buy something, then you make sure that you buy everything you needed on Saturday, because on Sunday shops are closed. But hotels and restaurants, they are open. Such shops, they are open, or in a fuel station they are open, but the supermarkets, they are closed. Number 18 is your ID card or your passport. So make sure that if you go to any office or in certain areas, that you have your ID with you to identify yourself. Here in Germany, it's easy for police to stop you on the way and ask you for your ID or your passport. And to make things easy for you, it's okay if you have it and you just present it to them. They see whatever they wanted to see, and they'll give you back your paper, and then you just continue doing whatever you are doing. So make sure, if it is not original, then carry a photocopy of your passport, if that is what you have, for you to be able to show the police once they require you to provide it. Number 19, people do have this mindset that Germany is a rich country, a very wealthy country. I agree with you, it's true. That's the truth. This country, it's a very, very wealthy country. So, but don't have this mindset of coming here either to work or to study and get rich overnight. That's a lie. That's a total lie. You are lying to yourself. But then, having said so, doesn't mean that this country doesn't have that which you want. It's there. But you have to go for it. You have to push hard for things to happen for you here. They have everything, as I said, but for you to get it, you have to push hard. You have to make it happen. If you are that kind of a person who just sit down and wait for things to happen, then coming in Germany is a bad decision for you. It's a wrong decision for you. You better stay where you are, because here things are difficult for those people who just sit back and wait for things to happen. But if you wake up, go to those offices and knock and push, no one will come knock your door and ask you whether you need something. You have to go to them, and you have to go again and again, and do not take no for an answer. No is not an answer in this country. You have to push it. Okay? Thank you for listening to that. So number 20, and this is also very important. This country try their very best to keep us equal when it comes to rules, which are in the constitution. Everyone have to follow them. You know what this country is all about? This country is all about equality. No one is bigger than the other person. They try to make sure that we are all equal. You have to be willing to obey the rules and the regulations of this country, and you're not going to have any problem or any trouble with anyone. Whatever you do is going to follow you. They are very good at keeping records. They keep anything you do, it's recorded. They have it there for you. So anytime you go to any office, especially in a government office, they don't need to ask you questions about your past. They need to just get your name, the bad record they have for you. That is what now they're using against you. So make sure that when you come in this country, if you're planning to come, that you keep it safe. Respect yourself, respect others. Respect others. Here you have to respect everyone. Don't come start throwing stones to anyone or throwing words. It's not acceptable in this country. Come, respect yourself, as I said, respect others, respect the rules and the regulations of this country, and you are going to live a happy life. Okay? I hope I have helped you, or that friend of yours who is planning to come here. And thank you for watching this video. In case you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so. Leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, and see you next week with another video. Goodbye.